Hello everyone. So today we are going to work on the health bars for enemies. So here you can see when we focus on a character, you can see this health bar that appears on the focused character, and if we focus on another character, you see the health bar appears on the currently focused character, not on the other character. So as the first step, we are going to implement a health bar, something similar to this, and after that we are going to see how to integrate that into the game. So this is the simple health bar design that I have done in Photoshop, and we will implement this in Unreal as the first step. So this is what you would have at the end within Unreal. We will set up parameters as well to change these health values. We are not yet integrating this into the game, it's just the widget only as of now, and we will integrate this into this screen. So where we when we focus on these characters, the health bar should appear here. So first step is creating the health bar, then we will see how to make the health bar appear as we focus on these characters. Right, so yeah, before we get started, here is the full playlist of this series. Everything is implemented from scratch and explained. You can follow these episodes and implement everything by yourself too. And also, once you become a member of the Patreon page, you can access project files of this project and all other thousands of projects I have done in my channel. To the date, there are 2000 videos. For each video, project files are available, so feel free to check it out. I'll leave links to everything in description below. Okay, now let's get started with today's episode. So I just designed this simple health bar and some other status bar. This could be used to represent some other stat in the character. So we are going to implement something similar to this to be shown on these characters when we focus on them. So for example, when we go here, the health bar should be shown on this character, and if I switch to the other one, the health bar should show on this character. So yeah, now let's get started with the health bar. So this could be a widget blueprint, and a use of widget is fine for this. WP health bar. Let's call it NPC health bar, because we have another health bar that is this one. This health bar is for the player characters. So yeah, now we don't need this. And okay, here, let's start creating this. Now to achieve this design, let's add an overlay first. And to visualize things accurately, let's change this size to something like 300 by 100. We can adjust those settings later on. So we need these two sword hilt like things on the sides, and in the middle we need some bar. So let's add an image to this, and I'll center it and fill to the sides. I'll make it red. Okay, and I'll call it healthbar. Maybe the height could be like 25. And then I imported this health image. Let me add that also. This something like 3050, and I'll also center this and left aligned. So here now we don't need this part, this health bar exceeding this health. So oh wait, I'll call this health L, duplicate health R, and this should be right aligned, and the scale to -1. So it's, and then to the health bar, let's add left padding, maybe 20. Yep, 20, looks like 20 works. And the same to the right as well. Now let's render this as a rounded box and fixed radius and give a outline, maybe 2, maybe that's too much, 1, yeah, and bit of a transparency like this. Okay, now in this looks flat, so it would be better if we have somewhat of some kind of a 3D effect here. So compile here, let's create a new material, y healthbar, and let's promote this to, oh, this first I'll make this a user interface and final color. Let's promote this to a parameter. Let's call it color. I think it would be better if we have, instead of a one color, a gradient. So color 1. For now, I'll make it white. And let's do the gradient later. Now here, let's make it look somewhat similar to the health bar that we are working on. So to get a 3D effect, let's do something like this. I'll get the texture coordinate. So text code, yeah, and over component mask, and I'll filter out the vertical coordinate, which is G, and I'll put this through a step. Then I'll choose as a step size, step location as 0.3. So if I multiply this with, this is what happens. See, this part is 1 and the rest is 0. Now that's not what I need. I need to have some kind of a 3D shading. So I'll do a lerp here. And choose this as the alpha. And I'll make a 0.8 B1 and use this as the alpha. See, now we have this somewhat 3D effect. And apply this. And I'll use this material as the image here. See, now we have a bit of a 3D effect. Now, to get some gradient effect in the horizontal direction, we can have a color 2 as well. Then we can color 1 and Let's call this one of them color 2, and I'll have another mask here, and this time I'll choose R, sit as the alpha, and let's put this. Now it's since the same color, it's looks the same, but if I change the color, we get something like this. Okay, so apply. Do we see a difference here? Not much. Now we do. See, this part is a bit darker, and if you want to have a totally two different colors, you can reset this. Now you see the original colors. So, and you can use red, and another red here. Yeah, like this, but I prefer to have white. So white part is some darkness. Apply, and here I'll change to red. Okay, and also if you want some texture underneath the color, we can get another texture parameter here. Now let's just use a texture sample, and let's use some noise, something like this, and then I'll multiply this color noise. You get some texture, but this looks stretched, as you can see. And also I don't need total darkness, total black, so we can add. It looks less, the pattern is less, but we need to fix this stretching, so we can get text code again. Can we directly set them? No. And here you see this tiling options, so I can either set it here, or we can have parameters for this, but I'll just set it here. Tiling into, this looks fine. Okay, now we see some pattern, not just a plain color, which makes things a bit interesting. So now we need a way to show the filled amount, because this is a healthbar. So for that, let's get another text code and do a component mask and get the horizontal coordinate and put another step node here. And if I this is a multiplication, so let's put it to here. Try to multiply it and connect it. Now this step, I'll promote this to parameter as set percent. It's 0, I'll make it 0.8, so it looks something like this. Now this is how it appears. See, the filled amount. So if you do want to have some texture in the dark area also, we can try something like this. Just abstract. Instead of addition, put it here. Okay, so this side is the filled one, therefore I'll do 1 minus. Now it looks like this, but this too much light here. Let's multiply this by, let's say, 2. It's total dark now. 1.3. Okay, we have some whiteness here. This is better. Okay, right, now we need something similar, another bar down below as well. So for that, what should we do? Let's duplicate this. I'll call this stamina, but I don't know what this would actually be later. Make it white and the size maybe 10 and align to down below, and the left and right maybe 50 by 50. Too much. No, we need a bit more. Okay, so this should be over here. Therefore, okay. So this will still go through modifications later on when we actually use this, but just for demonstration, I'll do this. Okay, now to make it look good, we will, this is the percentage. Okay, let's add a function update health and pass a float at percent, and let's change this into a variable. It's already a variable. Get dynamic material, and can I really set scalar? No, I can't. Set scalar parameter value. Parameter name is percent, and value is whatever the given value. And then I'll call this in the pre-construct. Let's promote this to variable health percent. Maybe we should set this here as well, in case we call this from an external place. Okay, I'll make this, it's instance editable. Now in the here, I'll make it 1. What's this? 5%. Right. See, now we can easily update the value and see how it changes. Now let's set up a similar thing for the stamina as well. Update stamina. Stamina percent. And I'll call that 2. Okay. Now, oh, one thing. Instead of health bar, I should use the stamina bar here. Yeah. Now we can edit that as well. Right. Okay. So yeah, and that's all I want to do in this episode. So thanks for watching. Next time, let's look into how to actually use this in the game and show and hide the health bar as we focus on the character and focus on something else. We need how to hide that. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments and see you in the next episode. Goodbye.